Greetings, what is up, everybody? MJ here. Now, I'm going to be doing a reaction to a video that Catalea did, and her channel is Catalea's World, so go check her out. I am going to link her channel in this video below. So basically, Catalea and the young lady that we're about to see, they're going to be talking about their experience with Ace Heru and young Pharaoh. They're going to be spilling some interesting tea that I don't think I've heard before. So we're going to get a little more insight into Aten Nation. So again, this is a reaction video. So be sure to have your snacks and let's get into it. Leave your thoughts below as always. Be sure to like and thank these ladies. Thank you, Goddess J and Catalea, for sharing your story. I know it takes a lot of courage to share your story. So without further ado, let's get into it.
What's up, everybody? Love and light, peace and blessings, and welcome to another Catalea's World. And today we have a special guest, one of my great friends that I hold dear to my heart, Mrs. Goddess J. We're gonna let her introduce herself, and then I'll say a little bit of commentary, and we'll get started. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
Greetings. My name is Goddess J, like she said. I just want to thank you so much for having me on your show. You know, I've been keeping up with you. You know the story from afar. You know, we're going to get into that. But who am I? You know, who is Goddess J? Well, just to give a little history about myself, I'm originally from Detroit. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a mom. I'm a health, fitness, wellness, all into that type of thing. I'm also a social worker. And so what I do with my entrepreneurship endeavors, I'm a notary. I'm a mobile notary. I'm also an e-notary. So if you ever need something notarized, hit me up. And okay, I'll come to you. And I'm also a financial consultant. So I help people get their finances in order. I help them find ways to make and save money.
Okay, hold on, you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, so just off top, we see that Goddess J is a very ambitious young woman. She's beautiful. Both ladies are beautiful. So that's what stood out to me. She's very ambitious, very resourceful. That was interesting. And let me say right now, as I'm recording this, I live in the city. There's a lot of construction going on. So I hope that I'm able to remove this background noise. But if not, y'all just ride with me. Show your girl some love, okay? Because these people be going for like hours. You know, it'll be late in the evening before they stop. So, you know, but let's continue.
My door, because I don't know why it is. Every time I get on live, my son feels the need to be loud. So let me close the door.
No, for real. That's kids good.
Okay, so I'm going to skip to some pertinent time stamps that I notated, and we'll get into it. But the first important timestamp is where Goddess J is showing, really telling us about her relationship experience with polygamy and how she even came into the situation. So let's get into that.
What's going on? It was just definitely, it reminded me of like a high school party, almost kind of kickback slash like, and you know, you got the cool girls on one.
And y'all remember, if you've been watching this channel, we documented this when they had the pool party where Golden and the babies were like going to Airbnbs and Pharaoh was living it up at this pool party. So I'm curious to know, what do you think about these women? As we get further into the video, you'll discover they're kind of like venting, but I'm just wondering, what do y'all think about knowing they knew what Golden was experiencing, what Camille went through, and they over at this guy's house partying? Let me know what you think about that. Because to me, it's like, you know, but a lot of us, for whatever reason, we have to learn the hard way.
And clicked up at the pool, and then you got people over here mingling or whatever. But he had made a video after the pool party because me and another goddess came with AC. Now, you know, let me also say
AC is his government name. That's Ace Heru.
We're poly. We were into poly. I'm pro poly. Well, I don't know if I am anymore after this experience. This is not my first poly experience, but you know, me and another goddess were there, and we were just she. Shout out to that goddess. I don't want to disclose her name because I don't know if she wants to be known like that. But you know, you've seen pictures of me and her. We're sitting on the side of AC at the pool party, and you know, she just was so appalled at what was going on because she expected so much more from YP. She, you know, was following his content over the years, and this was her first time meeting him too. So she was like, "Wow, this is what's going on," you know, like just groupies and freaking just drinking, lots of smoking. You know, it was nothing really spectacular about the event, I could say. But you know, I was just chilling. I was there. I was in the mix, but I had a very spiritual experience while I was there at the pool party. Something in my spirit just didn't feel right.
So what do y'all think about this? So she's talking about the pool party, all the smoking and drinking. It's a lot, right? Matter of fact, where's Kevin Samuel Wood? She need Kevin Samuel Wood because she gotta get Okay, let's continue.
And I didn't really know what it was, but towards the end, I was like, you know, I wasn't feeling well, and I wanted to leave. So, you know, of course, Ace had to stay. He was with her. He was there as the bodyguard. You know, he can't just leave with me. So she left with me, and we went back to the house. And you know, she is a very spiritual woman.
And also another thing that I thought was interesting. So I don't know, she didn't go into details of her marriage, but she mentioned that she left Detroit after a divorce. So you left your husband. I'm just trying to make sense of your situation. You left your husband from Detroit. You uprooted you and your daughter or your child to Houston to be poly. Like, I don't understand. So let me move on to my next timestamp because she's getting more into, they're gonna get more into young Pharaoh now. And again, like, this just been wild to witness all this unfold. You know, it's been really sad to see, honestly. But got it. Okay.
I can have you, and you, and you. No. She wanted clothes, poly, building, poly, and that's what poly means to me. Okay.
And she's talking about what Golden wanted. That Golden wanted a closed polygamous relationship. And if any of you are poly, let us know in the comments. Like, is your relationship successful? Are you, fulfilled and pleased in a relationship? Because I'm just seeing so many women that are in these spaces, where they talk about peace and healing and, all this high frequency things, and these polygamous relationship just seems a way for guys to like fuck hoes to sleep, whatever. AMS would say just to fuck a lot of women and just, I guess, the people to be a little just getting in with everybody. That's what it seems like poly is about.
What poly looks like to me may not look the same for other people. There are different forms of polyamorous, polygamy, polyandry,
Another thing, do you think women are quote unquote settling by getting to these poly relationships? Because so far from Goddess J, Golden, it doesn't seem like a lot of women are happy. Even Derek Grace, his wife doesn't look happy in that poly situation. So let me know, what do you all think? Do you think these women are settling?
If you're not familiar with those definitions, go look them up. I ain't gonna go on to that. But, it's just like, you really was a more polyamorous than polygamous. You wasn't trying to take on a wives and build your nation like you're talking about. You want her to be just open and sleeping with Lolly Dolly and everybody, and that's not cool. Like, there are diseases out here. Do you even know this woman? Like, you're not even vetting these people for real. You're not vetting these people for real, So that's where I began to see the change in him, and
Okay. What's next on your list?
Right, and so that's what that that incident at the pool party where she was just, telling me something happened and ancestors was not pleased, and that was kind of like my warning, like, yo, what's going on here?
What she's talking about is the fact that Ace knew that YP had put his hands on Camille, and he didn't really intervene like he should have. Now, I'm just going by what they're saying, because I know I've kind of covered Ace Heru, calling himself the high value man aficionado. If y'all remember, drop it in the comments. Let me know if y'all remember the pool party. Remember Ace Heru had that high value man shirt on, like boy vibe, but whatever. Let's continue.
Spiritually, because I am a very spiritual being. I'm in touch, and I pray. I do ritual. You know what I mean? Like, I went through Queen of Foolish training, Sacred Woman training, 12-week rites of passage program. Like, this shit not a game to me. You know?
Okay, y'all know Queen of Fool. I know of her. I have her book, Sacred Woman. She's awesome, an awesome elder. But what's interesting to me, now I don't know, but for sure, Queen of Fool's son, what's the brother's name? I can't think of his name. But he married, I could find her Instagram. I think her name Layla. Let me find her name. Because I read her book and I really like it. Damn it. Dahlia. She has the book Vibrate. God damn it. Y'all, what is her name? If y'all know her name, drop it below. I'm trying to see when I'm not looking for her Instagram, I can find it. Here it is. Layla Delia. She's married to Queen Afua's son. What is his name? Let me find it. Queen Afua's son. I'm looking on Instagram. He's bald. I can't think of his name. But he helps men with their wellness and, things like that. But yeah, I don't think Layla is poly. She has the book, best-selling book. I think it's called Vibrate. Never mind. Just find her Instagram. Goodness gracious, it's on my Audible. Hold on. I know. This is no ratchet. I'm sorry, but I just want to make a point because I don't believe that Queen of Fool's daughter-in-law is poly. So I'm just wondering why. I mean, everyone gets to live life on their own terms, right? Okay, the book is called Vibrate Higher Daily, and I have it on Audible, and I really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed her Instagram. I don't believe they're in a poly relationship. I don't know them. I don't believe it. Let's continue.
And then I feel like it's a game for some people out here that try to manipulate you through the spirit. And that's one thing. I got this on my wall. I actually bought this recently to, just help my third eye be more open and see shit for what it really is, because some things can be very deceiving. But
then when she says that, it makes me think a lot of times as women, we do have issues with accepting things as they are, not as we want them to be. So I thought that was insightful, that so many of us struggle. Like, we see the writings on the wall, but we try to make excuses and like, give people a chance when they don't, maybe perhaps they don't really deserve a chance. Just accept the situation for what it is. But I'm really curious to know there any healthy poly relationships where they are building, whatever building means to them, because they love to say that, but what exactly does that mean?
I just want to talk about how, also about these high value men. Let's go into the high value men.
Yes, let's talk about
the big topic now. Everybody's talking about the high value men. Ace came and said he was the aficionado on it. Okay, and give me your
high value man.
Excuse me.
And he is this self-proclaimed high value man.
Yes, self-proclaimed high value man, right? Let me get my teeth for this.
Okay, so you can tell by how they look that they're gonna be dropping some piping hot tea on Ace. Because he says, he's high value man. All right, let's see what the ladies have to say. And again, it's fair use. Let's continue.
AC, you had to know this was coming. You had to know this was coming. So,
Speak your truth.
So it's funny she's encouraged her to speak her truth. I'm curious to know from y'all, like, if y'all had a situation where the guy maybe have some social media presence, like Ace is an author, he's also a SAG actor. Would you use this method to share your thoughts, to share your feelings about things, to quote unquote expose them? Would you do this? It's funny to me. Do you think this is fruitful or is it just a waste of time? Let me know what y'all think about that.
Like I said, this is not to bash anything. This is my experience. If you don't align with it, that's cool. You ain't got to agree with me. That's fine. This is my perspective, my experience. And so, one thing that Ace likes to talk about in his video about the traits of a high value man is somebody who supports and builds with their woman, somebody who is a provider and who is a protector to their woman, okay? And I want to talk about how I have my goals over here as an entrepreneur and how he never supported me in my goals. And that was the red flag to me, how I should have known that everything was always about him. Oh, when we would talk, it would be like, me and YP, we're building this. Me and YP, this. And Odd Nation, this. And my book, this. And this. And one day I looked at him and I said, you never really talk us. I don't really hear that in your vocabulary. Where is the us? If we're supposed to be doing this thing and building this poly situation, where is the us?
Now that's interesting. So Ace sounds like he's quite narcissistic and very self-focused, which is good to be self-focused, right? But if he wasn't interested in what she had going on, what she was trying to accomplish. So I guess what I take from the situation, Polly, I guess it means that, okay, Ace and Goddess J said, look, we're together. We're going to build this polygamous relationship. So I guess that means they're in a committed relationship, right? Y'all let me know. Is that what that means? That's what I'm taking from this.
It was never that. As you know, I'm a life insurance agent, and this is something that took place between us. I do multi-level marketing, and I'm very successful at it. I make my coins part-time in the business. And so I had asked him, do you have any life insurance? And he said no.
That's kind of funny that he doesn't have life insurance. I just want to say I love her outfit, the yellow and her skin. It's so gorgeous. But that's crazy that he doesn't have life insurance. Y'all got to hear why he doesn't have it.
Well, why not? And that's a big problem in our community. And that is one of my missions and goals in life, to make sure that our people are getting properly protected.
I have life insurance. Got it on all my kids.
Okay, thank you. That should be mandatory.
Everyone should have life insurance because we are tired of the fish fries to raise money for Uncle Junebug and the GoFundMe's. Like, this is just being a responsible human being, having life insurance. It doesn't cost that much. We're like, come on. And it's a way you can actually pass wealth to your loved ones. Like, come on now.
That should be a mandatory expense for people, because we tired of burying people and starting GoFundMe. We tired of burying our people, and then you don't get you're not entitled to any of the assets because they didn't have a will. They didn't have a power of attorney. They didn't have, what I'm saying? All of these things. I'm like, so how? So if something happens to you, what's going to happen to your book? Who does that go to? Who do the royalties keep going to for your book?
Okay, so I'm going to kind of move this along. And this is a lengthy live stream they did. It's over 2 hours. So I'm going to move to some of the most pertinent areas in the live stream. So bear with me one moment. Make sure y'all liking this, comment and let me know what you think about this, because it's very interesting so far. It's gonna get really good. So it's gonna be really good. So there it is.
as you know, YP's a felon.
Yes, tell this story. Tell this story. This is the story. See, this is inside shit. Okay.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is inside stuff that you guys don't know. But she knows because AC, the bodyguard, was her man. So
Boo, I was sleeping right next to him, listening to all them phone calls, boo. Okay, I was right there, you know, while I was holding you down and supporting you, you wasn't supporting me and my goals. And
AC, why weren't you supporting your sister? Why, Ace, why weren't you supporting her? Like you get the whip, bro. Why weren't you supporting her? She was supporting you. Damn shit that. You weren't supporting her, and she is frustrated and very upset. I know someone labeled her as quote unquote bitter, but I think when things happen to you that are painful, you have a right to feel your feelings and you got to process them. Because once you process and deal with them, I think it's just easier to move on with your life. But let's continue.
that's the problem. So, yeah, he let him hold the gun. Okay, then he tells him, you know, after he seen him tripping off the shrooms, he said, I'm going to need the gun back. You know, because he's like, at this point, it's the liability.
No, that's not the part. I want to talk about the part where Pharaoh supposedly holds the gun to the girl, and AC was there.
AC was not there for that.
I thought he was there.
Yeah, I don't think that's correct. AC was there. He was from, and y'all let me know that been watching us like kind of follow this story. Ace was there when when the girl shapeshifted, remember she shapeshifted and pissed on the couch, and YP put the gun on her, and Ace was like, fuck this. Isn't it? That's what happened, right? I don't, if she, okay, she said she's laying right next to him. He was there.
No, AC went there briefly, huh?
Who took the gun from Pharaoh?
Maybe this happened.
Ace took the gun from Pharaoh. That's the recount we have, and I think even Golden said that he took the gun from Pharaoh.
Then before he retrieved the gun from him, because he got the gun from him like at night. So I'm not sure when that happened with the girl where he held the gun to her head and she urinated on herself.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure about what happened with that, but I just know that he went over there to get the gun, and why he didn't want to give him the gun, and he became disrespectful to Ace, and that's why Ace he was pissed off because he was like, oh hell no, I've been putting up with so much shit from YP. He's not about to just talk to me any kind of way, and he went over there to confront him, okay, to tell him, you know, like man to man, like yo, what's up? You're not gonna just talk to me any kind of way. And when he went over there, as y'all know, YP likes to vlog everything. He gets to pull it out his phone, trying to video chat. AC like, don't pull your phone out. I don't want to be on camera right now. I'm trying to, you know, just talk to you man and then I don't want to be on camera. So he pulled the camera out. That's when AC was like, all right, I'm leaving. You know, you tripping right now. You highly paranoid. You being disrespectful. Before it escalates, let me just go ahead and go. And that was his frame of mind. You know, it wasn't like, oh, I'm leaving you. Fuck you. It was just like, nigga, you high. I don't know what else to do to help you. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you tomorrow. And as you see on the camera, you see him walking away. That's what he's saying. I got you on camera. He's saying that on the video. He's saying, I see your cameras because he had access to YP's cameras from his phone.
Yeah, I heard him say, I got you on camera.
I got you on camera.
Because he like far from him.
Yeah, he like, don't leave. I'm in danger. My life's in danger.
I remember that when YP had vlogged that and he showed Ace driving off. And what was also interesting, she said how YP is always vlogging. And if you look at his Instagram account, his stories are like endless. Like you can't, it's hard to get through YP stories. You know, it's a lot. So he definitely, I guess that's just how he makes his income on social media. But like, good grief, it's a lot.
My life's in danger. Like,
so those shrooms had him paranoid. Remember, he says life's in danger, Golden's in danger. Everybody was the fuck in danger.
This nigga tickled me because you the hardest dude online. I'm the hardest person. I'm the national banker. I'm the world's greatest banker.
How is he a national banker when he couldn't even get approved for that Jeep Wrangler that he wanted? Like he left the dealership without a car. They want him to trade in his car to get the Jeep. Like if he's a banker, why he didn't have the money to buy the car or the credit to get the car? Like, Pharaoh, you got some explaining to do about this car situation. Why you couldn't get it? That don't make no sense. Like, what? Yeah, you get the whip too.
Greatest banker, donate to my cash app. Like, shut the fuck up. You the lamest nigga ever. And you ain't about that life. You ain't hard, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you talking about that Buffalo shit, nigga. I know dudes that will have you for breakfast, boo. So stop playing. But
YP thinks he's so hard. Okay, so I'm gonna move to another relevant timestamp in this interview. So bear with me a moment. Let me know what you think of the ladies so far. So we're gonna get into some more Ace. So bear with me. This is good stuff too.
That was public information. He went to Miami. I think he was here with me for like a couple of weeks, and then he went to Miami and so things cooled down. But before he did that, the T, YP pressing those charges on him. I mean, I got ahead of myself. The drink kicked in, so he pressed charges on YP for that threat.
So y'all remember when young Pharaoh put a bounty on Ace's head, right? He put a bounty on his head because Ace went back home to Florida after, their business relationship dissolved. Pharaoh put a bounty on his head, but Ace went and pressed charges on him for terroristic threat. So there is a warrant out for his arrest.
That's
he's right there.
Right there. That is AC talking to the police officer right there.
Yeah.
As you guys can see, I mean, I don't know if it's easy to see, but that's his bald head.
We got these receipts, baby. Okay.
That's him right there. He did press charges on him. Also.
Okay, so this is, I guess, him pressing charges, terroristic threat. That's a deputy unit number.
Right.
It says harriscounty.org, Harris County Sheriff's Office.
That's the case number. That's the case public information to look that up. YP does have a warrant for his arrest for a terroristic threat.
So my thing is, why haven't the police came and got him? No. Because remember with the Shrooms incident, they were over there at least 3 times. So perhaps the warrant came after that, but still, what do y'all think of that? Why hasn't he been arrested yet? Or do we need to search the Harris County jail records to see? Because at one point I was searching the jail records because based on his behavior, like this dude is going to get locked up in a matter of time because he was telling all this incriminating things and he was just doing a lot.
Everybody, he was putting out there, Ace the police, he's Freemason. I know he's Freemason because he was in the video with Rick Ross. That's my YP impersonation. he was in the video with Rick Ross.
Do y'all, her impersonation is funny. Y'all like her impersonation?
Right, he does have a warrant out for his arrest at this point.
Yes,
just to let you guys know. So if you guys hear of him going to jail, now you guys know why.
So yeah, we hear from these ladies' mouths that there's a warrant out for his arrest. So I guess we'll keep up with this to see when the Negro get locked up.
I hope he get clapped. I hope he do. I hope he do go to jail because you know why? Like he really did a lot of people wrong, and at the end of the day, that shit not right, and you gotta pay your karmic debt, and so he always talking about jail anyway. That must be his favorite place to be because the nigga can't stop talking about I was locked up, prison cell, CO, heavy. I was like this. They was doing operation on my 33rd vertebrae or whoever. They was operating on this 33rd vertebrae. Nigga, you is so lame.
Last vertebrae? Or are you, I don't know.
I think he talking about his anal chakra. What y'all think? I think YP talking about his anal chakra. I'm alien. Y'all don't have to do our mans like that and violate him like that.
Oh no, what he said?
At this point, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's crazy for real, but you know what I'm saying? While he was talking about Ace the police, no, Ace is not the police, but Ace talked to the police. So you might want to take care of that, YP.
So do y'all agree with Ace calling the 12 on Pharaoh and following the report? What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think he's a snitch or did he do the right thing? I mean, he did put a bounty on his head, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to my next pertinent timestamp here. And we're going to get the background of why Catalea moved to Texas, because I don't know if y'all familiar with her channel. I've seen it a few times, but I really didn't know the background of how she found herself in Texas. So let's check it out.
Could no longer afford the lifestyle that he was living. You know, he had a really nice place out in Katy, his really nice brand new car, you know, lots of other expenses and things like that. So when she hit the fan,
hold up. That pisses me off. You know why? Because I moved out here for YP.
I'm going to stop it there for a moment because the thing is, I didn't play that part, but basically, YP was paying Ace very well to be his bodyguard and to move to the Houston area, right? So we're going to hear a story, but basically, young Pharaoh must have sold her some pipe dreams, so let's get into it.
Mm-hmm. Gave me a budget of $1,500 on my place. Mm-hmm. And that nigga never paid a motherfucking dime.
Cause I'm feeling it, cause that's some shady shit. But
you paid $800 when I was about to when I didn't have no other way of paying. Remember, I told you about this, Goddess J.
So she uprooted her family. I don't know where she's originally from, but she uprooted her family to come to Texas. He promised her $1,500 a month stipend.
But that pisses me off.
That's terrible.
So go ahead.
That's terrible. But, you know, just know that you're not alone. And I feel your pain. I feel your frustration, you know. But our glow up is going to be so real. The glow up is going to be so real. And that's the thing about it right now. It's already here. You already receiving your abundance, because when you operate in righteousness, and I want y'all to know out there, when you operate in righteousness, good things happen to you, good things come to you, abundance flows to and through you, because they can't stop that shine. But you know, when he got ready to go, it was the problem with the car. He was going to return the vehicle. Okay, so he had.
And just to say briefly, like that, I agree that when you do right by people, you think, you know, right comes back to you. So basically, YP's been shady, promising these women to, you know, if you move here, I got you, I want to take care of you. And that hasn't really been the case. So, that's sad.
YP had expressed interest in the car, and he asked him, okay, are you going to purchase it, whatever, if you want to purchase it. We drew up an agreement or whatever. I notarized the agreement, and YP, YP wouldn't sign it. And so he was like, when we share bodies with men, they take up our creative energy, our good energy, our sacred energy, okay, and use it to fuel themselves while not giving a fuck about us. They give a fuck what we make happen. They just gonna take up all our space and then, you know, use it for their advantage.
I feel like that happened to me.
Hell yeah, it happened to me too. There were so many times, you know, that I would be with Ace and just, giving him, pouring into him, pouring life into him, speaking life into him, because there would be times he wouldn't really even believe in his damn stuff, and I would be there and being his biggest fucking cheerleader. Like, you got this, man. You can do this, think about this idea and that idea, and next thing I know, he coming out with some YouTube video about what the fuck we talking about. So it's like, you really was using my creative energy to fuel yourself, but when I needed your support, where were you?
I have experienced that, Goddess J. I've experienced that where, man, you have a conversation with him, and then he took what we talked about and made YouTube videos on it. I didn't appreciate that. Where the fuck is my whip at, nigga? You need a whip. You better be glad I can't find my whip right now for you. But yeah, his ass needs to be whipped for that. That's so not cool. I swear. It seems like a lot of men have us ladies to pillow talk to. Do guys not have deep conversations? But I don't know, but I feel you on that, Goddess Shay. Any of you ladies relate? Let me know below.
He helped me actually with getting that life insurance policy. I was up for a promotion in the company. I said, yo, I'm up for a promotion. I'm right there. I just, need somebody to help me out with this policy. Sign, so I could reach my next goal. You couldn't even help me do that, but I could pour into you constantly. And that's what we do wrong as women. We do wrong. That's not right. We just think.
I mean, you've given. First of all, I know for a fact how you treat AC. The reason how I know is because when I stayed at the beach house and I had stayed the night, and you stayed the night, and I woke up and you made him breakfast
all the time,
and you made him tea, and you catered. You literally catered to him. I know you made me breakfast. It was good. Thank you.
I'm that type of goddess. I'm nurturing. I'm catering. I'm loving. I'm supportive. I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader. I'm going to clap you on. I'm going to lift you up. But it's like, can I get that same? Can I get that same energy?
So basically, she just feels like she was nurturing and giving a lot to him, but wasn't receiving the same in return. So it sounds like she feels like she was used, and that's not a good feeling at all. And that's unfortunate, Ace. That's unfortunate that things went down like this between you and the sister. That's really sad. I was really sad to hear this about you, because I thought that you had some morals and different principles about you. So this is really disheartening to hear. I don't know about you all, but it's disheartening to hear.
Bag mentality.
Hold on, let me run that back, because she made me think of a content creator. List the content creator below she sounds like.
Boy, you're not a high value man.
And that's how I feel. Huh?
I said he a fuck boy. So where did he go right after that?
So he went back to Miami to stay with the queen, who he didn't want to even come here and move with him, to stay back with her in her studio apartment.
Trash bag mentality.
Now, what content creator on YouTube calls black men trash bags?
Garbage bag mentality. You are not a high value man,
Catalea, are you watching old girl? Watching old girl over there?
So I just kept thinking, like, damn, if you would have even sat down for a minute and listened to some of the business ideas I had, you wouldn't be in this position right now.
Now, she needs the whip. I don't have my whip right now, but it sounds like she was probably doing a little too much for this guy. Like, he is a man. You can't tell a man what to do. Yes, we have feminine influence, but we can't control men and tell them what to do, so let's just move on to another timestamp where they're going to mention Ace, the publishing of his book. So I thought that was pretty interesting to hear.
Another woman, and claiming still to be a high value man.
Right.
We should take your whole fucking book off the shelf. For real.
Let's talk about that book. So, Lulu had dropped him from their publishing. They no longer wanted to. They gave him some brief explanation about why they could no longer publish the book due to the material content, basically. That's what they said. And so he had to get another publisher. So he went with Angela Stanton Publishing, and she started, the process on his book. Everything was live in the beginning. Shorty was hitting him up regularly. Oh, it's gonna be a hit. The things pop with YP. Angela Stanton has totally kind of changed her tune, and I'm just wondering, like, maybe she see what I see. Maybe she see ain't no real high value shit going on around here, baby, for real. And her name about to be on the book, you know.
So, have you all, excuse me, so have you all even read Ace's book about high value? And that's interesting because remember when he had that incident with the Shrooms, when he was wilding out and Angela Stanton was on FaceTime with him, like, look, bro, just chill out. I'm coming. Just stay in the house. Don't open the door. And they seemed like they formed an alliance because they had similar political views or what have you. But now, because you remember, he basically told her, Angela Stanton, don't come here. Don't come to his house. And I don't know if she's still rocking with him or not. I don't think she is. So I'm wondering, is Angela Stanton King Publishing still going to go through with publishing his book? I mean, there are ways to self-publish as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me know what y'all think about that.
I don't know, Angela. Maybe you should think about that.
Maybe you should, Angela, because I'm just tired of these fake ass, phony ass niggas manipulating black women to get things that they want, and acting like it's our fucking fault.
And I promise you, he acted like it's totally my fault. Even when I was breaking things off, he was like, "Oh, it's only been a couple of weeks I've been gone, and you folded already."
That's funny. But they make a good point that it seems like these so-called conscious leaders, these so-called conscious men, they like to manipulate and use women. You think about young Pharaoh, Ace, I guess we gotta add you in here. Brother Polite, Dr. Umar Johnson. I could keep going on. Like, why is this so-called conscious community? You think of consciousness, you think of like vibrating on a higher frequency, operating with ethics and principles and morals. And it just seems like, especially with Aten Nation, all goes. There's no morality. There's no discipline. It's just ridiculousness.
I folded. How dare you? How dare you fix your lips and say I folded?
She sound like Aunt Esther. You know how she tell Fred Sanford.
When I have been nothing but there for you since day one, since you moved to this motherfucking city, making excuses for you, why you wouldn't show up to certain things, why you were so far up YP's ass.
And that's crazy. Like, especially he's in his late 40s to be so up young Pharaoh's ass. It's very odd to me.
Excuses for you and your behavior. You know what I'm saying? And so how dare you even fix your lips after you came and laid in my house, ducked off from this nigga. You know, like, how dare you? I'm just so hard. I'm so fucking apart. Excuse my language, but I'm just.
You got anything else on that list that you want to talk about?
Let me see. Okay. I think we pretty much covered just him being unprepared, and the truth also was about him promising Ace $20K. So how he got Ace to move here was YP promised Ace $20,000 to relocate here and to get him started off in his endeavors or whatever. But when he got here, YP kind of piecemealed him a little bit. You know, kind of how he do everybody else. Like, he kept making excuses for not giving it to him. And I feel like Ace was really banking on that. He's told me that on multiple occasions that he was really banking on that, and that never happened. So it's like, see how that came full circle? Because you can't do women wrong and think it's not going to happen to you too. You thought that shit was going to happen to you too. And it did.
So basically, young Pharaoh played Ace like he played all these women, promised him money, $20,000 that he never presented to him. So he lies to people to get them to come work for him. And it's to me, it just seems very naive. You think they're naive for believing him or believing in his mission?
All I'm saying, like you thought he wasn't gonna pay you too, cause he's so like my man, this my man, you know, 100 grand. Nigga, you got played too.
I thought this was my best friend, Goddess J. Listen, me and Pharaoh used to talk all the time for hours. We talked about freaking building. We even looked into like mall complexes. You know what
I'm gonna let her finish explaining their friendship, but since young Pharaoh's main lady was golden at the time, I think personally I would not like my man talking on the phone hours on end with another woman. If because it's not, I don't know if they were friends before he met Golden, but what do y'all think of that? That's odd. Like young Pharaoh really want to just. I wonder did he have romantic intentions with her?
talking about putting Aten Nation there and doing this, like all the stuff that y'all hear him talking about, all his LLCs and businesses that he have in mind, we've already discussed it.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally uprooted my whole family.
You uprooted your whole family. And I wanted you to speak on that, Kalea. And I really wanted you to.
That's crazy, right? She uprooted her whole family to come move to Texas. That's a big deal. I don't know about you. I've done an out of state move. It's hectic. It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's very expensive too.
On what you had told me about that, it was some other queens out there that had uprooted themselves as well to come and move here for him.
Oh yeah. Well, see, my situation was a little different. I wasn't, when I moved to Houston, I wasn't in an intimate relationship with Pharaoh. And that's well known. I wasn't.
Okay.
So I moved here to do business with Pharaoh. And of course I had feelings for him. I'm not gonna deny that I had feelings for Pharaoh. I cared about Pharaoh. I loved him very much. So
when she said she has feelings with him, now mind you, Pharaoh is in his 20s. This woman, I think, is 40, 41. And she looks beautiful. I'm not knocking her, but I wonder if she mean like romantic feelings, because I don't think that's appropriate, personally. And I really want to understand these women that are joining these polygamous or poly unions. I really want to understand what are the benefits, because it just seems to be very chaotic and disastrous.
When I moved here, I was supposed to move here to start a mobile nail and beauty salon with Pharaoh. That's what we had, planned on doing. He had gave me a $1,500 a month price for my place to stay. Okay. So that's why I found this place. This place is $1,500 a month. Okay. He told me that he could handle that and take care of that until we got the business up and running. Right. So January comes, right? That's when you met AC. January comes. I move here January the 1st. That's when I moved to Houston.
Wow, New Year's Day.
Right. I moved here January the 1st. And I'm calling Pharaoh. I can't even fucking reach Pharaoh.
Wow. So that's low down. She couldn't even reach him. He told her to move. And she actually did it, uprooted her family, and she couldn't even reach him. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. That man, this dude just don't have no kind of principles, no morals. He just don't give a fuck.
Oh. I didn't talk to Pharaoh for 2 weeks after I moved here.
Wow.
That's like a scammer, right? Like, you know how you read these stories online about women meeting men online and scamming them. He's literally operating in the spirit of a scammer.
He knew that I was moving here.
Right? He told you to move here.
We've been planning moving here.
Didn't he? And what do y'all think about this? She said he told her to move to Houston. Ladies, would you move to Houston because a man told you, or would you have to have more solid plans? Um, how would that work? I don't know. I don't know. I guess perhaps this is before the shrooms and before all the fuckery started to go down.
Anything from Pharaoh, like literally I didn't talk to Pharaoh until February. I think you and AC were probably already seeing each other.
Yes, at that point.
That's when AC brought Pharaoh over to my house because Pharaoh was mad paranoid at that time.
He is. I'm saying he's so. Why he is so paranoid? He doesn't go anywhere. He rarely really leaves his house. He's very institutionalized, and niggas pillow talk. Niggas pillow.
We can tell that he's institutionalized, right? Because all he does is talk about jail. He been in jail, Wyoming, gang, all this shit. He's just always talking about the jail, what happened in the jail. He read in jail, the CO, all that stuff. That's all he literally talks about.
So that would be the nature. Most of the time that me and Ace were seeing each other, it would be at night, and so it would be after we both had our long days. I had business, had to take care of the baby. After I would get the baby in bed, I would go over there, or he would come here, and we would kind of process our days together. And he just was telling me just how he was, like how everything was unfolding, and it was crazy. It was really crazy, and how he just.
So AC brought him over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt weird, like when we first seen each other again. Mind you, I had just seen YP that September, I think it was October,
Mm-hmm.
when he did the interview with Nick Cannon, because I was there and AC was there. We were the only two people there.
Okay.
So Daryl comes to see me with AC, and I was like, what? Like, he had to literally wait until he could come with AC to come to my house. He's never done that before. Do you know how long I've known him?
Right? Like, ain't that weird? Like, nigga, you can't go nowhere without your bodyguard.
Paranoid. Then I think that's when I seen a little difference. Like, cause I've been knowing him this long, so I've been seen a little difference.
And that's the thing. Like, did you really know him, or did you think you knew him?
I think I knew him. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I've been around him so many times. Got it, Jay.
And so he started changing this year, though.
Yeah, I've been around him so many times.
It's those shrooms, right? Those shrooms we all witnessed a change in him, a very apparent change in him due to the drug use.
I done went and picked Pharaoh up by myself and took him places.
Wow.
So when he had felt the need to have Heru here,
wow,
I thought that was weird.
That is weird, right? If this is your friend, you need a bodyguard to accompany you to her house. You've been going to her, knowing her for all this time. But ever since, I don't know if it's just a drug use, or is it divination? Is it dark, playing with spirits? I don't want to say playing, but dealing with spirits, whatever it is having a negative impact on him. And it's sad that he can't really see that.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because before you trusted me with so much, but then you switched up on me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm going to get to one of the most, if not, I think the most important clip or part of their conversation they had, which we all can tell, right? We all can tell. Make you think of Nature Boy. So let me get to that. Bear with me.
But not for him the way I moved out here for him with business.
Right, in a romantic way. She moved.
And I want to say, like I said, I did skip past this, but please go check out Cataleya's World channel. Shouts out to her for this interview with Goddess J. But a lot of women moved to Houston for young Pharaoh. It wasn't just Cataleya. It was more women moved to the Houston area for him. So I don't know what that is, just crazy to me.
In a romantic way.
Okay.
And come to find out through her that she's talked to a couple other women who, yes, same thing.
Who moved for him.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like, I thank goodness for my awakening and for the veil being uncovered. You know, I feel like this season, this new season, today is a new moon, and it's really bringing about the unveiling and people and their fakeness and what's real and what's going on out here. And so I'm just so glad that you were exposed, you know, to what's really happening before it got too deep. You know,
New moon in Leo.
Okay. But one of the things I really want to talk about was him telling me about how Pharaoh YP, because nigga, you ain't no Pharaoh, was planning a cult. Okay, so I really didn't have like a lot of knowledge about what a cult is prior to maybe like a couple months ago. I mean, you know, you hear the term, right? Like, oh, that's a cult.
Wait, hold up.
So as a lot of us have been thinking that young Pharaoh was planning a cult, well, here we hear the facts, right? That he is indeed planning a cult. Aten Nation is a cult.
Wait.
So I didn't really know what cult was. So we had watched a documentary about Jim Jones and the Davidians, David Davidians, and how
there's the branch Davidians or something, right? The David Koresh, I think.
What happened with that, and I was just so blown away. He was telling me how YP is kind of planning the same type of thing. He bought some land in the Caribbean.
I believe YP has purchased some land in Costa Rica, or at least he says he has.
That's not no secret. He talks publicly about that, how he bought land in the Caribbean, and he's looking to expand our nation to that land, and how he started like drafting up the rules and everything, what's going to be the rules and regulations of our nation. And you know, he already kind of started going into it publicly. Oh, if you're going to be our nation, you gotta sign NDA. You gotta sign an NDA first of all. Then if you're going to be our nation, oh, you can't eat no meat. You can't eat no meat. You gotta be a vegetarian. You gotta be a vegan. Or if you're going to be our nation, you gotta be down with poly. If you're not pro poly, you know what I'm saying? So he's drawing up all these rules and regulations of what Aten Nation is going to look like. In Aten Nation, he's building it to go over there overseas. And so he was telling me all about that and how YP has been planning that and how he AC started to pull back a little bit from him once he started realizing that he was building this cult.
That's crazy, isn't Nature Boy in Costa Rica? That's crazy. And also, you notice he says for the women, you're going to come over here, you're going to submit, you're going to be quiet. So he has all these rules that he's laying out for his cult. Like, this is some crazy shit. And I've seen a new woman over there as of late.
I was just like, what? Plans. Huh? I've been knowing about these plans, but the way that YP presented it to me at the time, but now I see it for what it is.
No, look.
Nothing.
Let me just say that I was a fan. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, baby. I was so like, oh, this sounds wonderful, and breaking away from the masses, and you know, really being off the grid. And
so this is interesting. Any of you, would you join Aten Nation? Would you move to Costa Rica to be in Aten Nation to live off the grid? I know I would not. I would.
Own type of time, but you ain't no leader. You can't even lead your own family. And this is what we need to start really looking at with these leaders. If you don't even have a family,
she had to take a sip of wine for that. That is crazy.
Oh, your family's in shambles? How the hell you have to lead the masses?
That's facts. Charity starts at home.
You can't even get us together with the queen who's all right beside you.
This man said, I just don't understand when all of this was in the works because lecture said, let me tell you something.
He said what?
He said he don't understand where all of this was in the works because lectures just stopped. Listen, Joy been around for about 10 months. I've been around for almost 6 years. I'm going to tell you right now, the last 3 to 4 years, we've been talking about Aten Nation.
Oh wow.
3
He
years
been
ago,
building. He been talking about it. He been building.
3 years ago, he didn't have the name for it at that point. And if he did, he didn't share it with me.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
He didn't share it with me.
So Aten Nation's been in the works for 3 years. That's crazy. So I guess all the 27 LLCs, he's the number one banker, the top black musician, like he's the top of everything. He definitely does seem like he could be on a Netflix documentary with these those cult type shows.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she been talking about this forever. And now that Joy mentions it, yo, it was a cult. It was a cult. It was a cult, yo. Like
that's crazy to me because I haven't really heard of the cults in a while since like David Koresh. I remember that when that burned down and like the Jim Jones out in Jamestown. But wow, this is crazy. But I know a lot of people are mentioning that he wants to be like Nature Boy, and you guys are absolutely correct.
My ex used to be telling me about it. I'm like, yo, this shit really blew my mind. I didn't have no knowledge of what a cult was. I heard of it, but then when we watched the documentary on Netflix, I really forgot what it was called, but it went on into the Davidians and the Jim Jones really has stood out to me.
And we see how the Jim Jones cult ended. Like that was tragic. So I don't think it'd be wise for anybody to move to Costa Rica to be an Aten Nation. Like be safe, ladies. I mean, age does not equate to wisdom. Be safe. These women believe in this man's mission, what he's, preaching to them. And wow, it's a lot. This is a lot. I'm glad they're safe and healthy. But especially what went down at the house that day with the shrooms and the girl shapeshifted, that could have ended so poorly, so badly. So I'm glad that she's safe. I hope she's done with him because he still be talking about her on Instagram.
He was pointing out the similarities in what YP was doing and what they was doing, and it really just blew. I was like, what? Like,
I'm gonna move on to another point. Pertinent timestamp.
Just how you did them women out there, how you did Kelly, how you did your Tamia, and I really feel for her because I knew what was happening behind the scenes. I knew she wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? I could see right through all the manipulation.
For real.
That's golden. Tamia's golden.
He really did her wrong. He really did her wrong, and all she wanted was for her for YP to respect her, and she was okay with Polly. She just wanted it in a certain way, and he could not respect that because he could not get over his whorish ways.
I'm curious, how do young women find themselves in the Polly situation? I'm just curious, how does young people? I'm just so confused, y'all. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to understand Polly. Like, Tamia Golden, she's very young. She's in her early 20s. I just wonder how did she get into this lifestyle? I don't know if I think her parents are married, so I'm just kind of curious, how does any of these ladies, right, get into this poly lifestyle? It just doesn't seem, from what I've seen presented so far, and it's not just from young Pharaoh, it's other men as well. Poly just seems like it's a way for men to sleep with as many women as possible and not have to be, I guess, chastised for it or face any criticism or any backlash for their promiscuity. Like it just seems a way to be very promiscuous.
Very entitled. Like he is very narcissistic, egotistical, all of that. Everything people been saying about him is true.
Yeah, we've been calling him out for the narcissist he is over here. We've been doing that. Hashtag we've been doing.
He's nothing spiritual about him. Okay, I'll never forget.
Let's talk about when we went to the beach for the full moon. I mean, for the new moon.
That's what I was about to touch on.
Rituals, and none of them niggas over there wanted to do. Not
nobody. I was like, we on the beach. It's the new moon,
So their reaction was funny to none of the men wanted to do any rituals for the new moon. Because if they were spiritual, you would think they would want to do that. So it's like all of this is for show or to make money. Like, what is it?
I asked YP because I was a fan of music. One of my very favorite songs was Ritual.
We need to get the whip for her. She said she's a fan of Young Pharaoh's music, y'all. Do y'all like Young Pharaoh's music? Because we listened to some, and I'm not a fan. I like the song. Well, one I do like the song. He like Dr. Seventy Merc, my nigga. So that song is okay.
By him. And if you ever seen the video,
Dr. J, was we not ready?
We was ready. We was ready to do some ritual, okay? And I asked YP, I said, do you do ritual? You do any moon rituals or any other type of rituals? And he said, I'm a god. What I need to do rituals for? I don't do no rituals because he told me he felt like rituals would be like kind of like a slap in the face to his ancestors because he is the Pharaoh reincarnated. Basically, he don't need no ritual type shit, I was
Do he not know that Pharaoh did rituals all the time?
Excuse me? What you mean?
Do he not know that Pharaoh did rituals? Oh.
Do you not know ritual is important? Idiots.
So they are not feeling young Pharaoh not wanting to do any kind of rituals because he's a god. What's interesting, they're going to get into his eating habits because I noticed, I'm sure you all have noticed as well, the young Pharaoh's skin is very bad. Like, to be, I don't know if he's vegan or what, but his skin is bad. I was wondering, was he on steroids because his skin was so bad? But let's hear what the ladies have to say about that.
We in this earthly realm, whatever you think about
his eating habits, because I did want to talk about
I have to use the restroom. I will be right back in 2 minutes, okay?
We're going to talk about YP's eating habits because, of course, yes, he's vegetarian-ish. Well, I've never seen him eat any meat. But healthy is something that, no. He does not eat healthy, okay? No. I remember one time I took Pharaoh to,
before she gets into that, I noticed, I thought it was interesting. I know none of us are perfect, especially in USA. Our food, standard American diet, it's a lot, right? It's horrible. But if you recall, when the police were called, when he had that Shrooms incident, and all those people in the house, and they were held like captives, and they want to get out, and he was having like the people walk around with him with the cameras. He went into his pantry and he said, let me grab a coconut water. But it wasn't really a coconut water. It was one of those like sports type, I think the brand is Body Armor or something. I guess similar to Gatorade, but it wasn't like a pure coconut water. And I was like, oh, okay, that's not really coconut water, but all right, try some sugar in there. Okay.
To Burger King to get an Impossible Burger. I was surprised. Then we actually went to Burger King.
So Yo Pharaoh eats Burger King, y'all. That's all low vibrational.
And it don't matter. Pharaoh talks bad about fast food. Like fast food, he talks horribly about fast food.
So he's just a walking contradiction. Like, I love Chick-fil-A. Okay, I love Chick-fil-A. I make no excuses for it. But I've never had an Impossible Burger. Have any of y'all ever ate an Impossible Burger? How is it? I'm afraid of some of the vegan meat substitutes. I'm very afraid of them. So, yeah. No, I will say, speaking of vegan products, what's the brand? They have these vegan corn dogs that are so good. I love corn dogs, but I don't eat pork for my own spiritual reasons. So I don't really trust hot dogs, but Phil Roast has these vegan hot dogs, vegan corn dogs. They are so good. Oh my God. I do like those.
And I took him to Burger King and he got an Impossible Burger. And I was just like, with the fries and everything. And I was just looking like,
Now I wonder, do they use the same oil like for the meat products? Like I know they use the grill for the burgers, like the Whoppers and stuff, but they make like chicken patties and stuff. So I wonder, do they throw them in the same oil as the fries?
yeah, like pizza with cheese on it from Pizza Hut, from like the Domino's pizza, and you know, like just stuff that I was surprised. I'm gonna just,
Pharaoh just eats like a little kid. I swear he reminds me of a child. He's so immature. So that explains a lot.
I was surprised. I was very surprised. I can't talk like about as far as meat goes because yeah, yes, outspoken rebel, yes, but
What did he get Coke? What did he get to drink? Wash it down with.
I can't talk about meat because I just recently started about eating seafood, but um so I'm not like dissing him, but it's like if you talk so highly, about your eating habits and things like that, and you preach all of these stuff about food and eating, and then you sit up here literally and you eating Burger King and Impossible Burger.
That's so funny to me. We know that fast food is junk food, and a lot of the processed vegan foods are junk foods as well, but they are marketed as their healthy alternative. So marketing is everything. It was funny how she was dancing for the camera. She has a cute figure. They both are beautiful women. But are y'all surprised to know that young Pharaoh eats a lot of junk food?
Fucking fries.
Yeah, Ace talked a lot about why he's eating habits. He was very concerned about his eating habits because Ace takes a lot of pride in his diet and feel like that's a part of being a high value man is that you care about what you put into your body, what you eating, keeping up with your workout regimen, and his diet is trash, okay? That's why his skin looks like trash. People be talking about why his skin all broke out. Cause the nigga eating tacos and burritos and processed bullshit all day. You don't eat it's not no life going on over there.
It's not no vegetables, veggie tacos. No. It's the impossible crumbles.
Right.
Processed food.
Y'all remember when Golden came over to make tacos for Pharaoh's birthday? Those tacos, no shade sis, those tacos did not look good. They just had some little lettuce and that little veggie crumbles, whatever. Girl, you need to put some pico de gallo and hook them tacos up. Some more seasonings on there. Like, them tacos look bland as hell.
Heavily processed diet, and he told me that sometimes he would go.
But hold on. In her defense, maybe young Pharaoh doesn't like all those vegetables and stuff because we see he likes to eat junk food. So perhaps he doesn't like all that on his tacos.
All day without really eating and just be online. He's so enthralled with online. Like he literally blogs and vlogs his entire life. Like you could be trying to hold a conversation with YP and he's like, yeah, hold on. Let me vlog this real quick. And it's like
when he was at my housewarming party, the only way that I could get YP out of his phone is playing Uno with us.
Yes, you gotta play some type of game.
And remember when we was playing Uno at the beach house?
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't on his phone.
Right.
So YP likes Uno, but he is a vlogger. As we see, he vlogs his life every day, uploads, and he produces a lot of content that goes on his Instagram account. So that's not surprising to me. That's funny though. The only way to get him off is to play Uno. Uno's fun, right? Uno's fun. I don't know how to play spades. It made me think of that. Do y'all know how to play spades? Do I lose my black card? I don't know how to play it.
Yeah, that pretty much steals attention. I play chess, and so when he would come around a few times, I've had to play chess with him. He's actually a pretty awesome chess player. I will give him that. Yeah, very smart, very calculated, and so I thought I knew something. He kind of schooled me on that, and so he comes in with those little things where you're like, oh wow, okay, I'm kind of impressed by that. And then you see other aspects that are not so great. He's a man. He's a man. He's not some god that he claims to be.
He's just a regular nigga.
Yeah, regular.
They said he's just a regular nigga, Lord. I'm like, okay.
Ass nigga from Buffalo.
He a regular nigga that's smart as fuck with a high IQ.
And
Do
yeah,
y'all think that young Pharaoh is smart, that's smart and has a high IQ? I don't know. I mean, he believes in himself. I give him that. He believes in himself. He seems to be very more productive in the past, and I think that got him really far. I don't know what's going on with him as of late. Seems like shrooms or whatever it is, but I don't know if I would say the IQ is so. Well, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter to me. Um, but let's continue, shall we?
pretty much.
I'm
That he
smart.
found a
I
way.
got a high IQ. I can produce my paperwork.
Did they test his IQ, or did he just say? Now he probably said, because he's already said he has 27 LLCs. He's the top banker in the world. He's the top everything. So he just probably just gave himself that title as well.
Yes, and he found a way to manipulate people through the internet, pretty much.
But I choose not to use like the so-called high IQ to manipulate people. Like I have a good heart. You get what I mean? I love.
That's important. Can you love? Can you really love? And I used to going back to Ace, I really used to work on that with him. Like, yo, he said to me, what do you think is blocking me? And I told him, your heart chakra is blocked. And he recently got a tattoo. It's two chakra symbols, and one of them is a heart chakra symbol. And he told me he got that because he's really trying to be conscious of opening up his heart. He realized his heart is closed, and he want to open his heart up, more. So he got that as a kind of a symbol. But then YP got the same goddamn tattoo. So I was like, did you really get it for that, or did you really get it because your man got it and you thought it was cool? Huh?
Did they get those tattoos together?
I told you they would spend a lot of time at the tattoo shop together. So
But he said that I'm getting my smudge stick.
So what are your thoughts on them having the same tattoo? I have noticed that young Pharaoh has been adding a lot of tattoos to his body. He has some new on his face besides the Eye of Horus tattoo. But I'm not like he owns the tattoo design, so I don't know. I know he mentioned that on Instagram he was mad about Ace getting that tattoo. So I don't think they got him at the same time. And Ace's explanation to her as to why he got it sounds very like, yeah, right, Negro, okay.
That AC copied his tattoo.
Yeah, he was ranting about
well,
that.
they never know.
Okay,
I just know that the niggas got the same kind of heart chakra tattoo. You see YP is a big ass green tattoo right here. Ace got the same goddamn tattoo. It's a little different, but same spot. But yeah, that's not really what I wanted to touch on.
The same heart chakra, because something ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said birds of a feather flock together, they truly do.
This has been interesting. We are almost done here. So I'm curious to know if anything has been groundbreaking for you. Did you learn anything that you didn't know? I did learn some things that I didn't know. So it was good to get a behind the scenes insight, onto what was going on. And there's some more revelations. Like I said, we're almost done. So be sure to like this video, subscribe, and share. Leave your thoughts below. But Ace, boy, you just trying to slang that little eggplant everywhere. So I'm going to find that timestamp. Alright, let's continue.
But I don't think you're going to do it.
They never think they wrong on shit. You know, that be the problem. Everybody's wrong with you. But no, this time,
AC.
huh?
I was down for AC. Like, I felt like
I was, baby. I was down. I was
and truth be told, AC low-key flirted with me before and asked me.
You get what?
He flirted with me before I even came out here. And he asked me to have.
You see Goddess J's reaction, like he flirted with you. Now that's messy. That's messy.
Drinks with him.
He done told me the complete opposite, honey, that you was on him.
Oh, I'll send you the text messages. He hit me up.
I believe you, but I'm just saying, like, and that goal is show you how you be manipulating the story.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
He texted me first.
So Ace lied to her and said that she wanted him when he wanted. That's so messy.
I care, but
and asked me for drinks.
I'm single, boo.
And asked me out.
Wow.
Why you lying, AC? Oh, you didn't.
Why he talking about he only? Let me tell you though, he kept so much because he just made a video and you talked to me about the video about half a woman's age plus 3 or some shit. Cause you capping, you really don't even, you really interested in older women too, and you trying to cap like you really on.
Did she just shade her? She was like, you interested in older women too. So I'm assuming she's in her 20s, and he made some video talking about half her age plus 3. These guys are hot ass men. All these rules for dating.
Dating young women, I don't know. It seems like bullshit to me.
I'm just saying, I'm close to the same age as him. And he hit me up and asked me for drinks. He asked me out for drinks. No, fuck that. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
What happened?
No, because I'm gonna show this shit.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Oh
nah, hell no. Hell no. Really? I flirted with you?
So right now I'm on the energy budget, okay? All the energy that's been stolen from me, I call it back to me, okay? I need that back, money back, okay? So all these energy vampires out here that's coming to kill and destroy my joy, fuck you. You know, run my energy back, you know, because I've been nothing but good to people.
You know,
I've been nothing but loving. I've been nothing but catering. I've been nothing but supportive, submissive. All that, it just got me feeling like ice in my veins now. Like,
get it out, sis. Get it out.
You know, fuck all that.
Are y'all ready for this?
Yes, we ready.
You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Fire cow.
I'm gonna pause it there. What you see, AC Mitchell. He said he's moving to Katie.
Yeah.
Goes down in the bed.
What it say? Let's get
I'm 48.
Let's get together over a
drink and combo. I'll be moving to the Katy area in a few weeks.
Wow.
I said, okay, we can have drinks. Cool, I'll be in touch. That is January the 15th.
Wow.
Why I gotta lie? But I was on your dick.
Well, you know, it's crazy. And then
I didn't even know who the fuck you was like that. I mean, I knew who you was. Like, I done met you a few times. But you was checking me out at the Nick Cannon shit. I saw you. I can't believe that. I can't believe he did that.
Well, let's go to the audience. What the audience got to say about this shit, this new discovery.
He really said I tried to get with him?
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did.
Did you see what I just posted?
Yes.
Let's put it again. What's that?
Wow.
AC Mitchell.
AC Mitchell.
January 19th.
It goes down in the DM.
9:28
It goes
p.m.
down in the DM.
I'm 48. Let's get together over a drink and combo. I'll be moving to Katy area in a few weeks. Okay, cool. We can have drinks. Cool. I'll be in touch.
Wow. And he told me, so, I really think Catalea is feeling me, when I go there. One time he took some water to you or something when it was during a storm. We had ice storm here, remember?
Yeah.
Like in February or March was a big ice storm. He took some water to you and he was like, I really think that she's feeling me, but I'm not trying to be all into her like that. And
What is he trying to triangulate, Goddess J? This is so messy. Why was he even saying that? That is so messy. And Catalea seems to be very bothered by him saying that she was trying to get with him.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting at this
Do you
point.
know what happened when he came over to my house to bring me water?
What happened?
Guess what we talked about?
Who?
Pharaoh.
Oh my goodness.
My kids.
Right?
You said I was feeling you, AC? Oh no, I never came. I swear I never came to him. Did I think AC was attractive? Absolutely.
Do y'all think she was trying to get with him? Who do y'all believe, her or AC?
I think attractive man.
But I was too busy. Goddess J, you know what I was busy.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it, and that's not cool. That's not cool at all. And so I'm just here to speak my piece. I really covered all the things I wanted to say. I just want to close out. We're on here about 2 hours now.
Okay, yeah, let's close out.
I'm going to find another pertinent timestamp here. So bear with me a moment, but I appreciate you all for watching and rocking with me. I know this has been a long reaction, but I thought it was some gems in it that we could discuss, react to and give your thoughts about.
Yeah, the righteous brothers that's in here. I just want y'all to know that righteous melanated men are few and far in between. Because we got a lot of pretenders. So I feel like us as melanated women who are righteous, we need to understand the pathology and the mindset of the melanated man. And
now, when she talk about we need to understand the pathology of the melanated man, who does that sound like? What content creator does that sound like?
21.
And what is that?
The pathology of the mindset is selfishness, me, femininity. Quickly and easily to walk away from your family, from your children. You know what I mean?
Yes. Very
not caring about building, valuing other women because of, and when I mean other women, I mean women of other nationalities, because of the simple fact that they had a father and a mother who both loved them, and they had a father who taught their daughters how not to be respected, how to have value, how to love, how to care, how to be a certain type of way. So, because you, black men, as melanated men, didn't do that for your daughters, your fathers didn't do that for your daughters. You feel the need to take the shortcut and go cohabitate and be with, marry, make babies with, put on a pedestal other women of other nationalities, and have the audacity to look at your own women,
to fix your mouth, as I like to say.
like they ain't shit.
Fix your mouth to say.
So that was a heavy speech she gave. She seemed to me very, almost on the brink of tears, to me very emotional when she's saying this. And that's sad, but Do y'all agree with her assessment of our Black community relationship dynamics?
Some shit like that.
All you gotta do, because you guys, y'all live in a controversial place.
One thing I do want to add, I notice a lot of times they say, well, Black men weren't good fathers to their daughters. A lot of them not good fathers to their sons. I mean, all children are impacted by this, not just female children, male children as well. And it's really sad.
So y'all say, oh, it just takes the right, strong man to come in and put a woman in her submissive role. That's all she needs is a good man. But then with the same token, you say that these bitches ain't shit.
Exactly.
Sounds like she's really talking about young Pharaoh, because he was putting Black women on the pedestal, saying that the Black woman is God. Now the Black woman is like tool white supremacy. They are ish. They just all kind of horrible things.
Black women ain't shit. So what is it? It is
And I just want to piggyback off that. I want to piggyback off that because, that was happening too. He was telling me all the time, I did have my father in my life. May he rest his soul. My father passed away in 2020. And he was a very active, very supportive man in my life. And they would always say, oh, it's so good that you had your father. I can tell you had your father in your life because you were such a good woman. You're such a, you know how to listen. You know how to blah, 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 blah. He gave me all these accolades about how I was such a goddess, but that was never enough. That wasn't enough for you to make a plan with me. That wasn't enough for you to support me. And we gotta stop being fooled by all these compliments. You compliment, oh, you're so beautiful.
It sounds like the love bombing. Yeah, love bombing feels good in the moment, but
yeah, wonderful and we just eat it up, and it's like, okay, that's and what, and what.
Yeah, so we have to stop, because we just gotta understand the mindset of the melanated men. Not all. Not talk about you righteous brothers. Y'all few and far in between. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm talking about the melanated man who chooses, instead of to pour into his own woman, he wants to take a shortcut and go with another woman of another nationality and praise her.
I'm gonna see past this because that's kind of a rant she went on. I don't know. You all can let me know if you agree or disagree with that. But that's heavy stuff, right? Sound like they're kind of venting and frustrated, and I really hope these two women get their heart's desires. Find righteous men. I just wonder, do they think young Pharaoh was righteous? Because obviously, that's not true.
I'm like rooting for you in the background. You ain't know that, but
I had to apologize to her because
at this point though, I kind of
they were talking about apologizing to Golden.
So is she in on it because she keeps going back over there and Astro Energy videos.
I know that she had on her wedding ring in one of her videos.
She had on what?
The ring that he gave her.
And that's the thing. Oh,
now this is going to get good. It's going to be good, y'all. I don't know if you already know this, but this is going to be good. So they're thinking, what they're saying is like, well, is she in on all this drama because she keeps going back over there? She's wearing a ring. Let's continue.
Recent videos.
A lot of I wanted to know, I'm going to tell you what I think about it, and I want to know what you think about it real quick. When these dudes talk about these spiritual unions, right? Because we got a lot of conscious brothers out here that's like, they don't want to get married. They would rather a spiritual union. Okay? And one of the things that Golden said in the midst of all this was one of the most ghetto things she ever did was having 2 babies by a nigga she not married to. You want to know why?
To somebody else, though.
Huh?
Pharaoh is already married to someone else.
Did y'all know that? I just found this out in this interview. Did y'all know that young Pharaoh is legally married to another woman? That's crazy.
Okay, well that explains a lot. But
That's
wow,
what they forgot to mention. I know
wow,
it's true.
I didn't know that. Who is he married to?
Yogini.
And that's some tea right there. So I know he mentioned a woman named Yogini. I didn't know that that was his legal wife.
Oh wow. Okay. That's wow. That definitely explains a lot. Like, isn't she in Ghana now? Like, okay. But yeah, so
He's legally married to Yogini.
okay.
Legally.
Yogini. Wow.
Legally, Yogini Ma'at is
So if
Pharaoh's wife.
something happened to YP right now, guess who could show up and collect all the assets?
Yogini Ma'at.
Yogini. And Tania is not gonna be entitled to nothing. So don't
That's something to think about, Golden. That is a mess. Golden and Camille, that is a mess. Why is he legally married to this woman that he's not with and she's in Ghana? If I can find her photo, I'll put her photo in so you guys can see her if you haven't already. But this is crazy.
these niggas talk you into this spiritual union bullshit. It's the trick, sis. Don't do it because when things go south, you will be left holding back, as you can see with what's going on with her.
That's his wife. Yogini Ma'at is Pharaoh's wife.
Wow.
So what's interesting to me, okay, we know that Yogini Ma is his wife, okay, but she was still moving down here to be with him. All these other women still moving down here to be with him. What purpose does this serve? I just don't understand.
I'm just appalled. And so
Unless they got a divorce, but he didn't tell me they got a divorce. And he used to tell me everything. So,
right.
Unless they got a divorce recently, I doubt it. That's his wife. That's
She's
who he's
beautiful
legally married to.
Beautiful soul. I'm sure she's sitting back looking at this thing on soul like, woo!
I knew
Baby, I'm so glad I'm in Ghana right now. I'll be so happy I'm in Ghana.
I knew Yogini Ma'at. No, Clarkson, Yogini is not his first girl. His first girl is Kamel. The one after Kamel that he got with is Yogini Ma'at. And I love her energy.
Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. I don't know her personally, but online she has some great content. But I'm just like, I don't know no more. If I don't know you for real, I'm not believing none of this internet bullshit no more. It's all cap. It's all fake. And so they can have all this shit. And I just want them to know, like, I don't hold no malice in my heart towards you. I'm actually releasing all attachment to all this physical bullshit. And I just want to speak my piece and tell what really happened on my end. And just be real.
Yeah, let's get you out of here.
Let's be real about our shit and be going in 2022 greater and more authentic than ever before.
Yeah, we got to get together when you come back from.
All right, folks, that's pretty much it. So these are the most pertinent moments in this interview. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this with me. Let me know what you think of this. To me, the revelation about him being legally married to Yogini is profound because he has children with these other women. He doesn't have children with Yogini. And if something happens to him, Golden, y'all gotta be thinking about that. So, well wishes to everyone. Definitely drop your comments below about this interview they had. Did you learn anything new? Were you shocked to find out that he wants to have a cult like his friend with Carbonation? Like, he wants to be a cult leader. That is bizarre to me. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Before you leave, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, share. And until the next one later, you all be safe and be blessed.